Well, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to tell that I can think of. I'm an old lady. I was born in 1910, St. Louis, Missouri. I feel very self-conscious in front of the camera. I am glad that I have lived when things were different. Let's put it that way. And there's just too much strife and unpleasantness going on now that I don't remember when I was younger. It's always been there, I suppose, to a certain degree, but I'm just glad that I lived my young life when I did, and I wouldn't really want to be young now because there's too many pressures and things to cope with. And that sounds kind of negative, but I don't mean it in a negative way. But when you get to be my age, the less pressure and unpleasantness you have to deal with, the better you like it. I came out here in 1956, and San Diego was a whole different city. It seemed like there was plenty of room. Things weren't crowded. The freeways weren't jammed, and you could drive anywhere and not be in horrendous traffic like you are now. And there was no smog or pollution. It was a beautiful city. It's still a beautiful city, but it's been spoiled in some respects by all the excuse me, unpleasant things like pollution. And I was going to say immigrants, but a lot of immigrants don't have a bad effect. Some of them do. But it's just overcrowded now. And young people, the average young person, I think, has very little hope of ever owning their own home. And it's a shame because it's one of the things that so-called American dream. So I think now it's just a dream. But many young people do buy a home, and they go in debt, and they're paying for that home for years and years and years. And it's just unfortunate because the average person just can't do it. When I came out here, you could buy a nice house for under $30,000. And when I think of a house costing $200,000, it's unrealistic. How was the average person going to afford that? I admire young people because a lot of them, like my grandson Rob, who is filming this, has goals that he wants to reach, and so many young people don't. And it's tough for young people. There's a lot of stress in the world now for everybody, especially young people. But I think They can handle it because they're young, because they have hope. So when I say I'm glad I'm on the way out, I mean I'm glad that I don't have to cope with all these things that are happening now directly.
Just get stronger and stronger.
How agile they are.
Tear up the rink and bring down the house. They skate how they want, they dress how they like. Who cares about rules?
I can see you peering over. It looks so funny.